take a moment to read the question. So we have to find the area of this region. How do we do this question? Well, first of all, let us plot the various graphs and label the axis. Now the straight line is curve 1, the upper parabola is C2 and the lower one is C3. Now the upper parabola C2 touches the y-axis at the point 0, 1. Now let us also write down the equations of the three curves. So C1, C2 and C3. Let us now find out the point of intersection of C1 and C3. So for that we write down the equations like this, and therefore we get an equation containing y, which is expanded to give us this. Now bringing all the terms to the left hand side, we find that we have a quadratic equation in y. So that factorizes like this, which means the two values of y are 1 and 9, but we pick y equals 1 because that is what gives us the positive value for x. So we can now say that the horizontal line over there is y equals 1 and the point of intersection of C1 and C3 would be 2, 1. Let us now find out the point of intersection of C2 and C1. So we get these two, and equating the two we find that we have 3 minus y equals y minus 1 whole squared, which means on expansion we get this. So we again have a quadratic equation in y, which can be factored like this. Therefore the two values of y are 2 and minus 1. So we pick the positive value for y. Now corresponding to that, the x value would be 1, and therefore the point of intersection is 1, 2. So we have labeled that on the graph. Now we know that the region for which we are looking to find the area can be written down as the sum of two areas, A1 and A2. So we can find A1 separately, A2 separately, and then add to get the total area. So A1 would be this integral. So we have taken the upper curve and subtracted the lower curve from that, and we are integrating with respect to y from 1 to 2. Now we can just expand the terms here like this and group them to get this integral. Now this is relatively easy to integrate, so we get this. Now putting the upper limit and the lower limit, we find that we have this number, which is 7 by 6. So this is the value of A1. Let us now find A2. So A2 would be the integral of 2 times the square root of y with respect to y from 0 to 1, and that gives us this, which is 4 by 3. Therefore the total area would be equal to A1 plus A2, which is this, and that simplifies to 15 by 6, which is 5 by 2. So the correct answer is option 3.